Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel guys. Real quick, let's discuss this. This is a typical Grand Caravan, maybe 2012 model, 2013. Well anyway guys, we have just got done replacing the transmission. As you can see, yes, this is a new pretty shiny reman transmission we just replaced. Now, a couple things I want to go over as far as replacing the transmission. All right. Yes, you all know you have to refill it. Okay, before you even start it, guys. Actually, now I'm gonna talk about this unit itself. Okay, totally empty, guys, or totally full, you likely will have 12 quarts of transmission fluid. Because this is a reman from the reman plant, it likely has about 6 in it already. So I always have to go in with maybe 5, then start the car. In other words, guys, do not just start the car without adding some fluid. Okay, it's gonna be hard checking it because you have nothing to compare it with or nothing to base it off of because the trans hasn't ran yet. So I highly suggest you add at least 5 quarts, then let it run. That's what I'm doing now, letting it run. And we're gonna check it again once it warm up. But I want to go over some couple of procedures with you guys that you should do when you replace the transmission. Sure, you swap it out, but you don't just install the transmission and then take off driving. There's some electronics, some electrical things you should do before you do that. We're gonna go over that. All right, here's my old unit. This thing has some internal issues, guys. It will have exceeded 70% to try to repair this versus replacing it. Is it repairable? Absolutely. I can personally repair anything. This is a 62 TE transmission, 6-speed automatic front wheel drive transmission. Everything on it is repairable. The question should be, how far should you go as far as how much you spend on parts and labor? Okay, we have a rule, at a dealerships have a rule to where if it exceeds 70% of the price of the reman unit, which is now lowered. Yes, they lowered this is a reman unit. They recommend you replace it. So that's what we end up doing here. Now I got to put this back in the box and turn this back in. All right, guys. So let's go to the computer and go over some things. All right, stay with me. All right, guys, we're back. We're back at this. I'm sorry, it's a 2015 Grand Caravan. All right, guys. Yellow typically indicates trouble code, and that's in the wireless control module. Let's take a peek at it. I think it's something about tire pressure low. Yes, I can easily fix that. In fact, I check tire pressure on every car that come in my stall, and this is active, so the computer sees that. But what we concerned with is the transmission, TCM. Now, guys, you don't see a box that says TCM. That is because the TCM functions on this particular car is built inside of the PCM. All right, so you will find all your TCM functions inside the PCM. All right, it's called next generation controller. So let's click that. Now, what we didn't see was that box wasn't yellow, guys, as typically indicates there is no trouble codes. But let's go back. There is a lightning belt, guys, which means there is a flash update. Now we'll find out why in a second. Okay, but as you can see, no DTCs. Now, what I'm going to do, in fact, let's take a look and see what kind of flash. Will this help this brand new transmission that I just installed? All right, now this particular transmission or this particular year model, if you had any problems with any of these P codes, okay, we don't have any right now. Keep reading. Okay, in addition, the following software enhancements are available. There's more enhancements made to this vehicle by way of flashing it. Oh, here's one right here. If I flash this car, I will improve first transmission shift after startup on a 15 model year. And this happened to be a 15 model year, guys. So electronically, I can do some things to help this transmission shift better. Not simply just replacing it, but electronically. Remember, guys, this is a computer operated transmission. Okay, the shift points are controlled by a computer. So what I'm going to do, because I've replaced this unit, like I say, guys, never just install a unit, then go do your electrical checks and everything like that. I will, however, flash update this controller. Okay, in fact, we can do this now, and while it's flashing, we can talk some more. All right, so let's click okay. We're gonna go ahead and program this while we speak some more about this unit. Flash ECU. It's gonna go through the typical flat. There you go. All right, guys, let's turn around. Let's go back and talk some more about the car. Stay tuned. All right, guys, a couple things we can go through. We're wrapping this up. All right, I have my dipsticks here. But let me inform you of something. This particular transmission came with a dipstick. So if you don't happen to have a dipstick that works in this car, this reman Mopar unit came with a dipstick. You can use this. All right, now I am gonna check the fluid. It has ran and it is nice and hot, so that's the best time to check a transmission fluid. And your final checks should happen after your final test drive. All right, we will go on a test drive on this, guys. You are not complete until you do a test drive. No matter what the computer says, the computer can find everything normal. You have to physically get on the road and test drive this car. Never return a customer's car to them without you first driving it. All right, so there's a couple other things I wanted to, guys, these are the transmission cooler line. I sure hope you flush this, reverse flush, whatever machine you use. This transmission happened to have failed because it overheated. By you not making sure the cooler is clogged, you in essence put this new transmission in harm's way. So guys, make sure you reverse flush the transmission cooler, or at least verify that it's not restricted. Okay, that plays a major role in transmission overheating. All right, and the fluid did smell like it was overheated, so I should have covered that with you guys while I was doing it. I will get you on the next video, transmission job I do, but I did reverse flush the cooler. All right, what else? Yeah, I'm gonna start it back up, verify my fluid level. One more thing we need to do on the computer, guys. I think it's done flashing now, so we're gonna go over there in a second. We're going to do a procedure called Quick Learn. Okay, Quick Learn is basically electronically filling the clutch packs up quickly. Now, you can do that by way of just merely test driving it. Since you have to test drive it anyway before you deliver the car, I like to do it electronically and manually. Okay, so I'm gonna quick learn this transmission, check the fluid, basic fluid level, and then go on a test drive, and that should about wrap it up, guys. All right, let's check on this flash, make sure it's done. We can quick learn it, and then we can go drive. Let's get it. All right, guys, here we are back. Yes, flash is complete. Okay, I gotta update part numbers, view DTCs, simply clear all of this because they were set erroneously. Now we're gonna go over, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about by quick learn. All right, so there's no more lightning bolt in the PCM. That's because it has been flash updated. Now on the miscellaneous, we will find different procedures you can do. Here it is right here, quick learn 62 TE. What you need to do is perform that. It's going to ask you to put it in gear. I have to have 2 people to do that. So I will go grab a helper and knock this out. Hold tight. All right, guys, as you can see, quick learn procedure is complete. We're going to close this. And guys, we're pretty much done electronically. See, everything is blue. Don't worry about updating that HVAC, but everything according to the computer is blue and ready. Now we are ready to simply take our new unit. Let's put our cap back on here and go on a test drive, guys. The very last procedure when installing a transmission is the test drive. So let's go do that. Off and we can go drive this thing. All right, guys, we about to head on a test drive. Y'all know I can't film and record, so I won't. But I will say this, guys, what you're looking for, you're going to have a little erratic shifting when you first take off. Don't panic. That is normal, okay? This is a totally reconditioned transmission that has not shifted since the rebuild, okay? No matter if you just did quick learn, basically you filled all the clutches up electronically so you can shift better quickly, okay? I could have easily performed that task on my test drive. But I refuse to leave off the test drive parts, and I highly suggest you don't do that either. So coming up on the red light, guys, check for things like make sure you don't have any suspension noise. Remember, you just had the complete front suspension apart on this thing. You have to make sure it is not loose, okay? You are totally responsible for the suspension components on this car. Then the fact that you just took it apart to replace the transmission. So you don't want any of that on your conscience and on your record. So that's why a test drive is so important. The tires, you had the front tires off. The whole axles, you had the axles out. The engine mounts, you had those loose. On this test drive, you may find anything you may have forgotten. Okay, you want this stuff to happen to you, not the customer. You don't want the customer to drive it and hear a clanking noise just for them to come back and you figure out that you forgot to tighten something. That is on you, guys. All right, I have the green light, guys. I'm done. That's all I have. Guys, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.